Hey y'all, so just got done with today's workout. It was a lot of fun. It was long, but kind of slow, but it gave you moments of really having to like fight. It's still kind of slow, but you're having to kind of fight for your reps, and then you have moments, because the sit-ups take a long time to really recover. So it's kind of a nice long workout where you're kind of going harder and easier at some pieces kind of as you chip away here. So what we've got is 3 rounds for intensity and technique, 10 strict chin-ups, pull-ups, chin-ups. So chin-ups, the only difference is your hands are going to be facing you now. Strict just means we're not going to kip. 20 power snatches with a barbell. This should be at 30% of a max. If we don't have a barbell, we can do 30 kettlebell swings if it's heavy, 40 kettlebell swings if you've got a medium weight, and then 30 single arm alternating dumbbell snatches at heavy, 40 at a medium weight with the dumbbell. Then 30 box jumps. This should be a very, very low box. Kind of the trickier thing today is you can't bound. So you have to step down. And in my opinion, once you get good at bounding, the stepping down is way harder. It's way slower, but it's also way more fatiguing than the bounding box jumps, which sounds kind of counterintuitive because the bounding box jump is a little more advanced of a move, but it makes box jumps so much easier. So 30 having to step down was pretty brutal after the snatches. Then we have 40 sit-ups. If you have a yoga mat or a towel or an ab mat, put it under your low back so we can get that nice extension and flex up. Especially on workouts like this, we like going for intensity and technique instead of for time, because as soon as we start going for time, then we start kind of kipping a little too much on our chin-ups. Snatches, we start getting into gross positions. Box jumps, maybe not stand up all the way. Box jumps are probably fine. But we know on the sit-ups, people let their butts come up in the air. We don't get that extension point. They just stay stiff. And so we start finding those workarounds. So today, it's a long, slow workout. You got a lot of reps. So just focus on technique, 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 and pushing the effort in big sets. So what I tried to do is I went unbroken on the chin-ups. I was mainly telling myself, one, we get to start the workout with it, and then I'm going to be coming back to it after the sit-ups. So I would say at most 2 sets, and if that means we scale that number down to 5 to 8, something like that, that's fine. We can also band our chin-ups, and another good scale for chin-ups is going to be ring rows, and then we can also do bicep curl variations with kettlebells or dumbbells to kind of get a little more into that bicep. The snatches, this is very light, 30%, or even if you're using the heavy stuff at these reps, these are reps we can go unbroken on, or break it up into 2. Kind of what I was thinking is when I got, and I did the 30 heavy 1-arm dumbbell snatches, but when I got halfway through my set, that was kind of my moment of, oh my gosh, this is going to be really hard. And I just had to keep telling myself that no matter how hard the box jumps were, I knew I was going to be able to stay consistent on it, and I knew the sit-ups were going to take a long time and give me a break. So I was really not really pushing the pace of the snatches, but I was really pushing the try and go unbrokenness of the snatches. So I was able to go unbroken the whole time, and kind of my thought, again, it was hard about halfway through, but my thought was if I would have broken it up into 3 sets, it probably would have been equally as hard. It just would have added another 40 seconds to each round that I was doing. So see if you can go unbroken, but be smooth with your reps. Box jump, same thing, smooth. We should be at a low box, so this is something where if you had to do 50 or more, you'd be able to, and that's the only way we're gonna have this 30 makes sense. With the stepping down and not being able to bound today, it's important that you're using a low box, something that you can handle. That way we can push the pace, and it's just a matter of if you want to go unbroken or not, and it's not a matter of if you can or not. And then the sit-ups, like we talked about, just kind of make it look good. So it's a fun one. Like always, I forget what my time was. I think it was about 17.5 minutes, something around there. So probably gonna throw a 25-minute cap on my classes when we do this one. So just make sure we're getting set up on everything the right way. Expect a longer workout and expect these areas of kind of battling for the last reps here, but just keep telling yourself that 40 sit-ups takes a long time, so it's almost like an interval workout today. Have fun with this one. Talk to y'all soon.